Welcome to Home Team Advantage. I'm Gary Gimbetti along with Mike Egan, and he's already called me Herman Munster today, so I don't know what the deal is with that one. But
but that's the Addams family.
That's true. That's the Addams family, but the Herman
That's Lurch.
Munster came out. Yeah, maybe that's what you meant. You meant Lurch instead of
Oh,
Herman
you
Munster.
know we love you so much.
But they say I'm a little pale. I don't know. I'm just not getting enough sun, evidently.
Gotta get out on that golf course more.
Well, I've been out there a lot, but I wear
What are you wearing? A
sweatshirts
full
and
bodysuit?
sweatshirts and long pants. And,
Hey, we gotta say hi to Gary over at Super One because Ron said he ran into him.
oh, Carrie. Not
Carrie,
Gary.
did I say Gary? I'm
You said
sorry, Carrie.
Carrie.
Well, I had him mixed up with the little Sizzlers.
So yes, hi Carrie. We're glad you're out there watching us.
Four-finger Carrie.
Yeah, finger.
That extra package of Sizzlers got an extra Sizzler.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, we gotta get serious now?
No, we don't have to get serious. When are we ever serious?
I'm sure the three girls over at the nursing home are laughing.
Well, possibly.
Whenever these two ding
Because remember, we're the number one rated talk show
Yeah.
in the Northland at Guardian Angels
Yep.
Rehabilitation
We're
Center.
the talk of the town.
But we don't, like, again, we're complaining about it again, but we don't get the ink that the,
I got plenty of ink. I don't know
well,
what
yeah,
you're
that's
talking
true.
about.
Yeah, you definitely got ink. No doubt about
Better hide
that.
those stuff. Right in our office, you can't have it.
Yeah, you better not show that stuff off. I'm surprised it's not hanging down off your skin yet. You're pretty still well built for
For an old guy.
being 80.
Yeah.
So, but no, how has it been going? Things have been going well for me. I don't know how things have been going for you.
Good.
Good.
You know, same running here, running there. I guess before we start out, we should mention that last Monday they had the community get-together on Howard Street. Very nice turnout. Hibbing on Howard. And so congratulations to Heather and the group of people that volunteered to put that on. Miracle League is starting their season tonight. You know, if you ever want to go down and take in a game where kids really appreciate, you know, with everything you hear about professional players and kids and how they don't, go down and watch a Miracle League. You know, really appreciate what it takes for someone to get out and how much they appreciate that they got a fact that they can play on a baseball field.
Mm-hmm.
So
Until that one kid asks for $100 million before he plays.
yeah. Speaking of that, the Minnesota State High School League is now going to allow kids to be paid in high school.
Oh, really? Yeah, I kind of saw something on Twitter about that.
Yeah, they had it on the news last night, and apparently there's a lot of restrictions and this and that. So, you know, someone will figure it out, and someone in high school is going to get a free Sammy's pizza for the rest of their life or
I
whatever it would be
suppose.
for sponsoring them. So.
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to work, because whoever uses a kid's image or whatever
They get a
name
piece
or
of the
something,
action, right.
yeah, they don't. I've never done, unless they're going to get it when I put their names in the paper. I don't know.
Well, I think years back, what's that young man's name from Duluth, Spihar, that had the great hockey tournament? Can you imagine how much his name would have been worth today?
Yeah, you probably could make some money today off of that.
To me, they never should allow it, but that's just my opinion.
Well, they shouldn't be allowing it in college either,
No.
as far as I'm concerned. But
They get paid anyway, so what's the difference?
No, I know. They're getting a free education. We've
We've
talked
discussed
about
this, yes.
about free education, free books, probably free dorm or places to stay, and then they want more money.
Right.
I mean, yeah, okay. I didn't have that luxury.
You know, if HCC offered that, they'd probably have more kids come out for sports.
Well, maybe we'd have a football program there again.
Or a 4-year program.
Yeah, there
Four-year
you go.
college.
That's one thing we could talk about. But yeah, they're changing their name too, aren't they? I think they're now they're in one class with all the colleges.
yes.
But I can't remember what it was. I was told the other day.
I
but
thought
can't
maybe
remember.
the Cardinals would change their name because we offended some bird or something.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think the birds really care.
Well, you never know.
You know, the Vikings or the Norse. I don't know. They might care.
That'll be the
but-
next one to change,
well,
like
yeah.
the Washington Football Club and the Cleveland Guardians. What kind of name is that for a baseball team?
Yeah.
What are they guarding, the Hall of Fame?
Spiders probably would have been better.
Yeah.
But Guardians, I don't think is that bad, but I think there could have been better ones for it.
Well, you know, they should have called them the Rockers because the Hall of Fame, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is in Cleveland, correct?
Yes, yes, it is.
That would have fit a lot
So,
better than Guardians.
Yeah.
But what do we know? We're just
No,
two
yeah.
schmucks sitting on a TV show in Hibbing, Minnesota, even though we're #1 on the range. And this is our range.
And it says, yeah, all in here. So, yeah, so we got to aspire to be bigger and better.
Or younger, or better
Better
looking.
looking. Like you say, we have faces for radio.
Yes, we do.
So,
Sorry, girls. They'll
But,
turn that knob.
yeah. But well, we got some wrap-ups here to do
Yes.
with high school sports. We talked about the softball team ending a couple weeks ago now. Baseball did pull one out against Cloquet last week, winning 5-3 or 5-2. I mean, and then they ended up playing last Saturday in Grand Rapids against Chisago Lakes, and unfortunately, that's where it ended.
Right.
The pitcher for Chisago threw it well. He pitched 5 innings, I think, of no-hit ball, and then they put a reliever in, and then he gave up finally. Evan Radovich got a hit in the 7th inning, but they couldn't get anything going, so that does it for that.
And I suppose we should mention that the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks did win Section 7A?
AAA.
A.
Yeah.
In fact, they beat Chisago Lakes.
Yeah, because Chisago came back and then beat Hermantown after Rapids beat Hermantown, and then, yeah, so did they do it in one game?
They won they won one game.
So it
I think it was
was
9-2 or something
Okay,
like that.
so yeah, they had to get beat twice, which wasn't going to happen.
Yep.
I don't care how good Chisago is. Rapids is always a step better, and
And congratulations to them. You know, we always give Grand Rapids a hard time, but you mentioned before the show that they have 2 pitchers that can throw the ball over 90 miles an hour. As a young 15-year-old trying to swing at a 90-year-old fastball, I'd be a little shaken. in my
yeah,
boots, but
you know, and I talked to him about that Saturday, and like I told you before the show, he said one of the kids broke his shoulder in the Section 7 hockey tournament. So I don't know how much he actually pitched. I mean, I haven't actually kept up on that, but and the other kid, I guess, comes in, pitches, and walks 3 guys and hits 2 guys, and they fall behind like 1-0 right away. But then Grand Rapids always hits the ball, and whenever they need a hit, they get it. And
wasn't there a movie with a young kid got a hitch in his arm because he broke his shoulder and ended up playing for the Twins?
yeah, it was like little. My major leaguer or
Something
whatever.
like that,
Yeah,
yeah.
he played for the Cubs, I believe, is what the one you're talking about. And then there was one where he played for the Twins.
No, he was the manager.
Yeah, he was the
Twins.
manager of the Twins.
But again, hats off to Grand Rapids and congratulations to them. And we have a Kelly and Pete Waller's son plays for the Grand Rapids, and good catcher. Nice job behind the plate. So
Yeah,
congratulations to them.
Yeah.
Maybe next year for Hibbing, huh?
yeah, next year. And then this year, or now today, I believe, Drew Anderson and Cooper Hendrickson are down at the state doubles tournament. So good luck to them. If they win, or lose, I think they play again today at like 2 or 1. So hopefully they can get through their first round match and make the quarterfinals.
Now, are they playing the bigger schools down at
That's
tennis?
the
I'm not sure how
double A.
tennis.
No, that's
okay.
single A. We're single A
Okay.
in tennis, so
Okay.
they're playing.
So they don't go against the Minnehaha academies and the
No,
Shannon,
yeah,
no,
not
private.
like Edina or
The
any
private
of those.
schools,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, there's private schools in Class A because up Rock Ridge just got beat by one yesterday in the
Okay.
semifinals in the team event. And then they got beat by Lords, Rochester Lords, in the 3rd place
I
match.
thought you meant the Lords.
Yeah, no, yeah. But so no, there are a bunch of single A private schools.
Yeah.
So good luck to them. State track meet started today, but it's for Class A for sure. I'm not sure if they'll do AAA or something, but Class AA, which is Hibbing is in, starts on Friday, and we have
The 4x100, 4x100.
yeah,
or 4
yeah. Well,
100?
with the boys, you have Amari Manning in the 100 and the long jump, and you have Jacob Jensrud in the 200.
Okay.
Those are the first 2 Hibbing track boys to make it to state since 2015,
Wow.
and it was the first section champion, which Amari, I believe, won the long jump. since 2015 or 2014 or whatever. I can't
Okay.
remember now which, but for sure the first two guys to go down since 2015,
That's the first year we went on TV.
probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see. I mean, the times down there and the distances they're formidable. So we'll see what happens. So good luck to them. Girls, you were right. 4x1, 4x2, and the 4x8 all made it down.
Great.
Julia obviously won the pole vault, and then she won the 100. So she's competing in 2 of those events. And I have a story coming out on the girls track team tomorrow where, Julia could have she could have said, yeah, heck with it. I'm going to do my 2 events and that's going to be
All that
it.
day. Yeah.
But she asked, I don't know how many times Serena said she came over during the meet and asked if she could run in the relays because she wanted to get more kids down the state to see
Right.
what it was like. And she ended up running the anchor legs on both the 200 and the 100. And they won one of them, and they took second in the other
Nice.
one. So she was selfless, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, that's,
Good team player.
yeah, she's a good team player. Because last year she was down all by herself.
Yep.
I mean, she had Claire Rewerts and Amari Manning went down with her to watch. But this year, she wanted to get more girls down there, give them
Good.
that experience. I'm going to probably blank out on this, but I want to say that on the 4x8 is Abigail Thean, Geely Stenson. See, I'm going to blank on this.
I
My
hope
mind's
not, because he just cleaned the floor.
Yeah, I know. Melina Sladek and God, see, I'm gonna screw it up. I'm gonna miss somebody.
You'll get it. It'll come to you. It'll come to you.
I want to name them all, but I can't remember.
Just on your phone.
Yeah, we'll have to look and see.
Will all 4 of them be in the article tomorrow?
Yeah, they're all. Yeah, no, their names aren't out of the article, so I'm good there. But that's why I don't like listing things because I forget stuff easily.
Yeah, well, don't feel bad. I got to look at my license every morning and know who the hell I am when I get up in the morning.
But on the 4x2, and I'm going to forget names here too, but Tara Hertling, Claire Rewerts, there's a Andrea Petrosky, a Hattie Escalay. See, I'm going to forget there too.
That's 4.
Yeah, I know.
Is it 5?
Well, they have some alternates going down.
Oh, okay.
So if Julia does not run in the relays at the state, if it interferes with her pole vault, they do have
An
Escalay and they have Petrosky to take their places. And so one's a 7th grader, one's a 9th grader. They'll get their opportunity to see what
Wow.
it's like to run at state.
Nice.
So
Is that at the U?
no, it's at St. Michael, Albertville.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it used to be in Hamlin, but then after COVID, they moved it over to St. Michael. So I don't know what the reason
Apparently,
for that was, but
well, COVID doesn't go across I-35W.
evidently, yeah, because that's where it was last year. I think for the first time it was held at St. Michael last year, I want to say, and so because that's where Julia obviously won, and they didn't get there. They said when they were going down there, they ran into a traffic bind, and they didn't get there. I think they got there maybe late.
Okay.
Or an hour after they wanted to get there.
Oh, couldn't really
So,
prepare too well.
Yeah, so it was like, that's how bad it was. Hopefully it's not as bad this year when they get down. I'm sure they're making plans or preparations for that.
Well, good luck to all of them.
So yes, yeah,
We'll get the name out there. Don't
we'll get them out there.
Yeah.
I'll find it somewhere here if I can do it while I'm.
Spend the $1.75, buy the paper tomorrow, and read Barry's article.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, and I knew I was going to forget. And if I
think you do it on purpose just so you can sell more papers.
no, well, that'd be a good reason. But
Yeah.
I can't
Who's the
say that's
mystery
the
person
reason.
he's writing about today?
Yeah, But we also, today, we had stories on, Chisholm had 2 runners, Shane Zankowski and Tressa Baumgard. And then G&K had 1 girl in the shot and the discus, and then they had about 8 guys going down.
Oh, bet you don't remember their names.
No, I probably can remember their names. So it's like, that's the sad part about it, because I can look at the picture right now and that I took, and
So nice representation from the east side of the range going down. That's great.
yeah. So, and then of course all the runners on
Rapids.
from Mountain Iron and over on that side of the range, Rock Ridge and Mesabi East and Ely. I'm not sure if Ely got anybody down there, but I'm not sure. But so good luck to all
Yeah.
them.
Good. What else?
And that would be it as far as high
Baseball,
school.
track. Yep.
I know VFW baseball starts, I believe, tomorrow. They have a game here in Hibbing. Legion, I believe, doesn't start till next week, but I think it's a Wednesday game here.
And the city team has started, correct?
And the city team, they are starting up here pretty soon. I'm not sure when. I thought I saw that they had already played a game, but
That's what I thought I saw too.
that was on Twitter, so I don't, you know how you can trust Twitter.
Not until what's his name buys it.
Yeah. Looking here, June. Actually, the Legion starts on Sunday. They're down at Ordine against West Duluth. And then on Thursday, they host Rock Ridge. And then Saturday, they host Taconite.
Good.
So that's that.
Well, hopefully they have some good weather for us. But
Well, it'll be nice. As far as the Superior, minors started in Superior on June 4th, and then we're supposed to be at Marble on the 7th. So those 2 games obviously will be done, but I haven't heard or seen any results from any of those games.
we'll
So
have to get a hold of Mr. Vandermeer
yeah, or Schaefer.
or Mr. Schaefer. Yeah.
And then at this weekend, they're at a Hinckley tournament, so maybe I'll have to call Mr. Schaefer tonight and,
Well, get your free room at the casino. Go down there and
well,
report on it.
yeah. No, the last thing I wanted to do
We
was-
won't give you any spending money.
No. But their first home game is on June 18th against Superior. So that's a 1:30 start, so I'm assuming that's maybe on a Sunday
Well, between
or a Saturday.
them and the Legion and the VFW, there should be quite a few games being played over at the field this year. So
Yeah, but it doesn't seem like they have big schedules. I mean, it
well,
just,
and then Senior League will be playing there too.
yeah.
So
So that there's your summer ball. I'm sure there's going to be summer soccer, but of course I never hear from
yeah.
those coaches that give me a schedule. So
It's always fun to watch a game over at Nyberg when the younger kids are playing, and especially when the ball gets past the catcher. They could yodel their way back to
Yeah.
the backstop.
yeah, but you're right. You're totally 100% right. But even in Rapids, it's
Pretty far.
far back in Grand Rapids
Yeah.
too. So
I mean, look at the Twins. They're what, 15 feet, and boom, it's the
yeah, it's the wall. It comes
Yeah.
back. So it's harder to score there unless the ball takes a funny bounce.
And that was our segue.
There we go. Yes.
Minnesota Twins beat the New York Yankees.
Yeah.
The Bullies of Broadway. Is that what they are?
Well-
Babe will have to call in and let us know what's the name. So
Yeah, Babe. He was supposed to be down there this week to watch them, and he was staying he thought he was staying in the same hotel they were staying at.
oh well, if he wasn't, he is now.
Well, I see, but hey, New York has totally obliterated us
Yep.
over the years.
Oh,
We
yeah.
know what's the things in the playoffs and all that stuff, and we're like 50 games under 500. If you played out a full season of the games we played with the Yankees, we're like 50 games under 500.
Yeah.
And, something like
They're
that.
the one team that they have the hardest time to beat, and when you look back over the years, like you said, they get into the playoffs, and it's just an automatic thing. Even the first game on Tuesday night, Twins were ahead,
Mhm.
and then all of a sudden the dam broke, and And I go, oh, here we go again, you know. So, but last night they played very well, and they've got a lot of. I didn't know they were the second youngest team in Major League Baseball. The Minnesota
The
Twins.
Twins.
Yeah.
That is. Yeah, I don't know if that's surprising or not, but
You know.
they do have.
I didn't, when they went up to Canada, half the team couldn't go because they don't have.
They weren't.
Shots.
Yeah, well, there was only like 5 guys. I mean,
So, what did they bring to call up the St. Paul and say send some kids over on the
over.
bus? We're going to Canada.
Yeah, fly them up to Toronto so
Yeah.
we can get them in here
So
and play. But yeah, no, it's nice to see.
So they took 2 out of 3 in Canada.
Yeah, they did win 2
Eight.
out of 3 from the Blue Jays.
yep.
Hey, so
Hey, if they can win tonight, that 2 out of 3 from the Yankees, that's got to be a booster. You know what I mean? You got to build their confidence. Then
Oh.
they'll go to Detroit and they'll lose.
well, yeah, that's the sad part of all that is that they lost 4 or 5 to Detroit. When they could have really put some distance or separated themselves from the rest of the teams
Right.
in the division. But again, they've had how many guys on the COVID list and pitchers hurt or
Or gone.
yeah, I mean, I just don't. We talked about it last week about baseball players getting hurt. I mean, I can see pitchers getting hurt because it's an unnatural motion to be throwing
Right.
85 to 100 pitches a game like that every night, even with 4 days rest. Still hard on the arm. But the rest of these guys, leg injuries, muscles,
Running into a wall.
well, yeah, I mean, take care of yourself and then you don't get hurt. It's called stretching.
Well, again, we talked about that last week on the last show we had, and we talked about players that, what did he have, 2,000 some hundred games in a row that, Cal Ripken that he played in, and, I'm sure he played hurt, and I'm sure Pete Rose played, being a catcher, I know he played hurt. Yeah, it's just a different breed of cat that's playing baseball these days.
Yeah, these guys aren't as tough as those guys were back in the 1920s.
Well, I look back, if you look at it, and I know we don't have a lot of time, but if you look at professional sports, basketball has changed so much that it's not back in the day when that Lakers and the Boston played, it was a fisticuff to watch those guys play, and they were serious about it. Today it's not oh, touch me, oh, I'm foul,
Yeah.
Baseball, same thing. They're not as rugged or not as stalwart as they were in the past. Football, they're just bigger and stronger and more equipped better to kill each other. So,
Oh, yeah.
that part hasn't changed any. So, and in hockey, it's pretty much, it's a speed guy now with the, that has the shot and he can outskate everybody else. It's not the bullies of Philadelphia anymore.
No.
So there's been that change.
Well, the other, I mean, I know we're going off, but I was listening to somebody on SportsCenter on ESPN yesterday talking about that second Golden State Boston game out in Sacramento or Golden State or wherever they play.
Yeah, Frisco.
Yeah.
There's no
What did they think, that Golden State wasn't going to win a game at home?
Yeah.
The Celtics had a bad game,
Yeah.
and the Golden State Warriors played well,
Yep.
beat them up in the third quarter. So now last night, didn't the Bruins just destroy them again?
You talking about the Celtics?
Yeah.
Yes.
Or no, the Celtics, the Bruins. You got hockey on the brain, evidently. But didn't the Celtics
Yes.
destroy them last night?
Yes.
Now, who's to say what's going to happen in Game 4? I mean, they
Yeah.
made it sound like it was the end of the world.
But that comes down from the commissioner's office. We got to make the games interesting so we can stretch it out a little bit, make a little money here. So.
I'm trying to look for some stats that this guy had on Twitter yesterday, but I'm not finding it. So
Or-
that's why I'm not paying attention.
Oh, really? I thought you were.
I'm good at not paying attention
Yeah.
and not listening. So those are my two best
I get to
things in
see
the
you at
world.
home with the wife. Yes, dear.
Yeah, well, no. As far as she's concerned, I don't listen to her at all. So that's not surprised. She wouldn't be surprised to hear that one bit. So, but yeah, I mean, it's not like the sky's falling after they get beat one game.
Right.
I mean, the Celtics weren't going to win both games out in Golden State. I mean,
And it kills. We sit here and we do this half-hour show once a week. But these guys on ESPN and all these talk show, radio, sports guys, everything is analyzed to the last what size jock the guy's wearing. I mean, for God's sake, just play the game. That's all you don't need to tell me that this guy's going to have a good game. And in Vegas, they bet on whose shoe's going to come untied first. It's just unreal. So, yeah, it's changed a bit. The game has changed, and unfortunately, in my opinion, it's hurt the youth of this country because everybody animates that they want to be the next LeBron James.
Yeah. And they all want to shoot the three-pointer.
Yep.
Nobody cares about the mid-range jump shot
And
anymore.
no more defense.
No, that's it.
And now that LeBron's the first billionaire in the NBA,
Ooh. Am I supposed to be impressed by that, or
no, because half of the money comes from China.
China? Well,
China.
speaking of that, what do we think about that new golf league?
Oh, the one that plays that one.
Yeah, that's giving $100 million out to.
They offered Tiger Woods $1 billion to play, and hats off to him to say no.
Yeah.
I've been with the PGA. I'm going to stay with the PGA.
Well, these guys have, money talks, but these guys, politically, again, if you don't care what they've done over there in Saudi Arabia,
Yep.
if you're going to take money from them, but again, like somebody heard yesterday, the United States does business with them. It's not like
we don't get our oil from those dudes.
well, whatever. I mean, we do business with a lot of countries that
Yeah.
that don't have exactly the best policies about human beings.
As a golfer, if you can go over and play in, I think they have 6 tournaments that they play. They're from London. The last one's at the Doral Country Club in Florida, Trump's golf course.
Yeah.
But if they're going to offer you to come playing, and whether you win or lose, you're going to get $150 million.
No.
I mean, that's just unreal.
Yeah. But Rory McIlroy said it best yesterday when they asked him about it. He said, money doesn't cure everything.
Right.
He goes, he's had that in his life where he's needed money, and it hasn't worked out
Right.
for him. But maybe this will work out for Mickelson and Johnson. And
I don't think Mickelson's kind of short-shafted him as you want to, say as far as his future with the PGA. And it's nice to see the golfers that did turn it down because of the love of the game, not for the money.
yeah, thank you to them.
So, we have 1 minute.
Well,
What was your golf score last week?
I don't really
How
keep
many
track
balls
of
did you
it.
lose?
I keep track of how many holes I either par or birdie, and if I get 8 out of 18,
You're doing well.
that's doing pretty good.
How many balls did you lose?
None.
Good.
So
See, that's a good round.
yeah, I'm starting to hit the ball better.
Good.
So
Well, we love you, and thank you to our sponsor, Caribou Coffee.
hey, I had to get that in there.
Yep. What are we
Get that
drinking
plug
today?
in there.
Got a little black-
Turtle cooler.
Oh, is that what all those little chunks are?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Turtles. Might be the turtles' leftovers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we know.
All right.
But hey, thank you for watching. For Mike Egan, I'm Gary Gimbetti, and we'll see you again next week.
Hibbing Public Access Television would like to thank U.S. Bank for providing us with studio space.